Web spiders, blood, happen.
Yeah, it's a bunch of generic things you can do for Halloween.
Right.
Some ripping flesh too. I haven't done that in a while. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do some ripping flesh. I think the spider and the webs are kind of played out
for this season, right?
Hey, what's up? I'm probably gonna do like a flesh, like a 3D flesh ripping stuff out. I don't know. I'm using actually my XL tips. These are the new ones that came in recently. They're exactly like the XL length you need for like one XL. I have the triple XL, so they're non-C curve, so you can see the C curve's not really there, but it still has a curvature, not too much. For a lot of you guys that run into issues with like the C curve tips where they're just too curved, that could be a big issue. Sometimes you can't work with those because if you don't have a good pop control, you actually run into issues where it's too curved for you. I actually ran that issue also myself, so kind of too thick. So I'm gonna use my 16 brush, hopefully. I cleaned this properly. Yeah, I did. I'm using like a flesh nude. I feel like this is a flesh nude for me. From Wave Gel here. It's kind of like a nude. I like that nude. So. I'm actually gonna go ahead and clip the tips, the edges right here real quick because these are kind of like a little curved. So they kind of, if you're using the full tip, that's just clipping the tip with the sharp scissors right at the tip at the edge here. Just like that. So a few of these I'll do blood spatters, and a few of them I'm actually gonna do like a ripping flesh design. Too much fun with there. Yeah, that's a nice nude. Pretty smooth. Gives me time to work with it. I'm gonna work from the side in. Give myself that curvature that I need. You don't work from the side in when you're using like curved tips. With any curved tips, it actually gets like too bulky. You lose your shape. It's very important not to lose your shape when you're using these tips. A lot of people run the issue with the shape.
She said she left the brush in the cleaner overnight.
Ooh. Hey, good job, Kira. Let's shape my tips. Actually, I'm gonna do a little bit of issue there, but Make sure I get that shape nice and crisp here. Too much powder there.
You think it's too long?
Too long? Yeah.
There's no such thing as too long.
A lot of people like long nails. It's not for you, it's not for you. You know?
What size brush?
Some people, I'm using my 16. I feel like I can pick up bigger beads. I'm using a long nail. And technically, this set I can probably use a 10 or a 12.
But the first time you used a 10.
Yeah, the first time I used a 10 for this set, even longer. So, 16 this time around.
I think so too. She said they're perfect.
I mean, people have different preferences. Not everybody can wear long nails. Come on, let's be honest, guys. It's not
So
for
you
everybody.
tried it for a day? How did
I
it
tried
go?
it for a day. I can't do it. So that's me. Some people can wear it like it's normal. They can't wear nails without them being long like this.
I feel like a child.
So this is a good enough apex for me that I'm rolling like that. Just a nice structure. This one's important because I'm reusing my X-Acto knife to create these like cut marks, so I gotta be really quick with it. I don't want to dry it before I do it, so I'm gonna try to get this in really quick.
A big bead.
Probably one bead, hopefully.
Alright, John, let's see you.
Because I need this bead to be kind of semi-white, dry before I
Cut it.
cut it into it. Give it like these, kind of like claw marks, rip marks. Ooh, I didn't have enough powder. It's okay. I'll put some at the tip later.
You're almost there.
My important thing is this right here. Use some kind of straight edge.
What size brush do you recommend to use?
For what?
That was the question. Didn't I ask you?
It depends on what you're using it for, or how long you've been doing nails, or what are you currently using. I get that question a lot, and honestly, based on like some of the questions, you gotta really reflect on like what you're using it for, and like how long you've been doing it, and what do you start out with too, because I think everybody's different. I can tell you my preference, but it wouldn't be for your preference. That's why I like to ask them like what they use it for, or what length of nails they're using, because I'm not gonna put you in a situation where you're gonna be, you know.
You said so you use the brush that is according to the nail size, length.
No, it depends on what job I'm doing. Like say, like sometimes you be working at long nails, but your client maybe have small nail beds. So there's no point in using a big thick brush compared to if you're using like if your client have a thick nail bed, you use a bigger brush. Because sometimes the bigger brush kind of hinders you a little bit. I feel like it hinders me because like if I pick up the bead this big and the client has a small nail bed, there's like really no point. All right.
I never did that long? Is it hard to control it since it's long nails?
Nope. Actually, control is actually easier with long nails, and it's harder with short nails. People are under this impression that long nails is harder. That's why a lot of people start with long nails and they can't do short nails, because short nails require you to control how much powder you bring up because it's a smaller surface area. Long nails, you can see, I can have time to bring the powder through, you know?
It says I'm currently using a size 8 brush.
No, 8's too small. Way too small. There's no way you're using 8 brush. 8 brushes are way too small. They give you that stuff during like school, or like, I don't know who was using 8. It's just way too small for you to pick up a bead. And it doesn't give you enough brush to control your powder control and all this, a lot of stuff. I really think an 8 brush is way too small for any type of nails. A 10 is probably what you want to start off with. 8 is way too small. I wouldn't.
I think for 3 years, yeah. Your go-to is an 8, a 10.
I used to use a 10 for the, like, ever.
Yeah. That was your go-to.
Like, there's one time when I was like using a 10 to show people how it's done, and I just got addicted to it, and I just used it in every set I possibly could.
She said she feels short nails are harder.
It is harder because a lot of nail techs nowadays, they start out with long nails so that they kind of get like, you know, a little bit of a freebie because they have a lot more surface area to move the powder and yada 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 and such.
The control.
Control, and then now when they go to short nails, when they have to actually control their ratio and how much powder and how much product they bring up, it's a little bit harder for you guys to downsize what you've been using. And I get it. Been there, done that. Trust me. Trust me on that. I've been there. I've done that.
I'm doing my nail course. I'm getting difficult doing shapes and picking up. Having difficult times doing shaping.
Shaping is always the biggest issue for pretty much everybody in this industry. Struggles with shaping. That's normal. If you're struggling with shaping, that's a normal thing to run into. Trust me. You don't start out this industry doing perfect shaping. It takes time. So a lot of you guys use the hand file to shape. You forget to shape with the acrylic. I shape with my acrylic brush. Get all that job done early, ahead of time.
What happened to the squad? What length is this?
You just mentioned the squad. Jesus. This is an XL. It's a full XL tip length.
I got through with a size 8 brush. I've stuck with it.
You got what?
She got through school and everything with a size 8 brush.
Yeah, I
so
mean,
she
because
stuck with
in
it.
school, like, they don't really show you a lot of stuff, so you can go with, you can get away with 8 brush easily.
Alright,
I mean,
this is 16 brush, right?
Yeah, this is 16. It just gives me a bigger body so that I can work the powder down the nails a little bit quicker if I need to. See, I'm shaping my brush right here. Getting that nice and crisp shaping. Put a little bit more powder up here. I know when I'm missing powder, I'm gonna put it up here. It's a thing of one beading. You can do a one bead, but then you have to make sure you get the structure down. So later I'm gonna do blood drips and stuff in these claw marks A lot of you guys are don't make it too even. Plus, you can't cut into these until you're. And no, I don't think it really takes away from the durability, to be honest with you, because it's just minor claw marks.
Careful.
What?
It look like you about to cut your finger.
Nah.
I love watching your live. Thank you for always sharing tips.
You're welcome. Kind of open up this wound here a little bit. Sometimes you want to do a little bit thicker here so that you can cut into it. So I'm just opening it up a little bit so it almost looks like a deep wound, a little depth there. I don't know if you guys see that or not. Yeah.
She said I was taught with a 14 and I love that size.
Yeah?
Just ordered a 10, going to see what's that like.
Well, my brushes are crimped, so they're a little bit different from like your regular. I don't know if you guys use crimped brushes or not. That's completely different. I use a crimp brush, and it's a little bit different.
She'll bring you a surprise. I guess somebody requested to come on your live with you.
No. That's them actually pressing buttons.
No. To class, I'm buying it. Oh, she's saying bring a surprise. She wants to buy tips at your class.
I will bring some, not everything. I'm not gonna bring. I can't pack everything to students. Depending on what class you're going to. If it's the salon ready class, then yeah, I'll have some tips there. But generally for the nail art class in Chicago, you don't need it.
Zoom in a little closer.
Zoom in a little closer. What are you talking about? It's like zoomed in.
Yeah, I guess it's zoomed in.
It's pretty zoomed.
Zoom out.
Oh, zoom out. I was like, are they sure they wanted to zoom closer?
I think it looks perfect. Come back to Vegas next year. I miss you last time you came.
Yeah, that's the thing. You guys, when I'm in your state, you gotta take advantage of that because I go on tour, so I don't really come back until like I finish my tour. So that's why a lot of people are like, if I'm close, you gotta take advantage of that. You don't know when I'm gonna come back around the area, so fortunately, got some powder in here. This thumb finger's so big. Yeah, clean out some of the excess. So this will be the set, and then later I will add all the design details to it. So a set like this you can get done in less than 30 minutes, fairly easy. Technically, I think a 10 brush would be actually better for me with this set because it's such a long, thin.
Are you coming in Nevada area anytime soon?
I'll make my way West Coast next year. All my classes right now are locked until next year, so I can't make my way out.
Next year's the West Coast.
Yeah. I make my trip. so important to just sculpt these shaping right here now. I don't want to use the hand file too much, to be honest with you.
What is your view on this? One client of mine, out of 31 clients, is having problems with the gel polish chipping within a day, and I'm guessing that she thinks I'm doing something wrong.
No, you probably just cured improperly for that client.
It's a curing.
You might just cure wrong with the machine. May have been low on battery. I mean, you just said 1 out of 30, so you might have been low on battery. Sometimes the machine will be low on battery, and it will still turn on and cure, but it won't be as strong. So keep in mind for that, guys. Okay?
Will you ever come to Pittsburgh?
I already did Philly. Pittsburgh? No, I haven't been to Pittsburgh. But I already got my Philly, because I want to do 50 states, so I already got Philly out of the way, so I won't be back into there for a while there. What should we do doing else? Let's head that way direction. Remember, I gotta do this thing fast. Technically, no, you don't want. Putting the power from the side.
My lamp I'm using is plugged in one. So I'm not really sure whether is she doing something to them.
No, they could just be, maybe she didn't position the hand right inside and didn't cure properly. You never know.
Rushing in and out. What about Alabama?
No plans yet, guys. Well, I mean, if you're in Atlanta or something close, sometimes we go to Atlanta. I'm still trying to figure out this design class. We're going to be doing our first masterclass design class with Tino and Vina coming up here. Once that is done and we can figure out how to structure that really well, I mean, like just giving it a test run, we might be able to do more and more of the design classes. There's a lot of people that are actually just looking for designs. There's a lot of nail techs that are like at a level where they're looking for designs only. So I want to spend 2 days and just teach advanced designs. Because there's certain designs we can't teach in like a regular beginner or beginner-friendly class because they're just not ready for it. But there are some students that are ready, or some techs that are ready for the advanced designs, and they want 2 days of designs. So that's why I kind of split up my classes with a salon ready being more acrylic focus and the master class being more design focused. It gives people the option, you know.
How about Ohio?
Just left Cincinnati.
Thank you, Nail Dad. It's been giving me anxiety for days, thinking I'm doing something wrong.
Well, yeah. I mean, you guys gotta just figure out, like, just look. When something like that happens, you literally can just break it down and see what you're doing wrong or what the issue is. Just troubleshoot it. Most of the time, most of these issues that you have with the polish key or something like that is troubleshootable. You know, it's not that crazy. Just don't, you know.
What color nudes were you recommending yesterday?
Nudes?
Yeah, she says Sean buying some.
Did I recommend something yesterday?
I guess so to somebody. Yeah. Marcel.
Marisol?
Yeah, Marcel. For tomorrow.
Oh.
You forgot?
news tomorrow. What's tomorrow?
Tomorrow's Monday.
Oh, she wants to go to spa tomorrow. If you go to Chisel, I would recommend 170, 172, 169. Not Polish has some good nudes too. Second Nude, Peaky Nude, Nude Panther is probably their like flagship nude. But I don't know if you can find that where you're at. But
What brand powder are you using?
this one right now I'm using is Wave Gel. It works really well with my monomer. Very, as you can see, like it's not that runny, but I can still move it when I need it to move.
Thank you.
And Wave Gel's got some really like nice pigment powder, and it really just kind of doesn't, I don't say like run. It kind of stays like a medium consistency, and it only moves when you want to move it.
Apple says after a week or two, my nails lift. Am I not
Your cuticle work.
feeling enough?
No. After a week or two, now you gotta really understand, is it a week or two? There's difference in 7 days.
UK says they think you should be coming to the UK.
Like a week or two is like, there's a difference between a week and 2 weeks. Because completely 70 days. You guys remember, nails do lift. It's part of the wear and tear. I mean, if you have lift issues, 99% of the time it's your cuticle work. If that's like within the first couple of days or something like that, just your cuticle work for sure. If you have any issues with that, you just gotta focus on your cuticle work a little bit more.
It says, so still new in the nail industry, what type of brush should I buy and which number?
What was that? Sounds familiar. Is it?
Right, but
If you're looking to buy a brush, I recommend like trying a few different brands. I'm not gonna tell you to jump into my brush right away because I want you to see the difference. So like try to get some brands off of Amazon that you can afford and just try it out first. And if you feel like you like it, then go for it. But if you want to try a different brand, and try mine, and then you can do comparison. I always like giving nail techs the ability to do comparisons. Like you can't just tell them to go with one thing, you know. You have to actually know that's better or have a comparison, you know. Even for me, whenever I buy anything, I want a comparison.
someone really appreciates you and all the things you share, tips you share.
Because maybe for you, may be different from me. So I want you to get like a comparison at least. But honestly, if you really, really want to just save money, just try one of my brushes because
They're good.
you'll like it. But like I said,
With a 10.
you should have at least one brush. If you're in this industry, you probably you should have at least one brush available to you. You're gonna run into two different brushes. You're gonna find brushes that are gonna be like $10, $15, and then you're gonna find brushes that are gonna be like $40 to $35, and then you'll know the difference between those two already. I'm struggling with this powder a little bit.
You just got your brush and no more I can't. but love what you're doing, trying to do with your platform one day.
I have so much stuff coming. You guys are probably gonna be blown away with what I'm trying to accomplish in this industry.
So is it really necessary to blend the top to the natural? Yeah.
What do you mean?
I guess when she flushing at the tip, oh, she messed up. So isn't it really is it really necessary to blend the tip to the natural nail?
The only time you're doing that if you it just so that you can have like more surface area for you to have acrylic to bond. So I mean, if you have like a really small nail bed, I would recommend blending it so that you can have more and more nail bed exposed so you can bond it onto there. Necessarily, no, not necessary. Since she has a big nail bed, if you can see, I really don't need to blend. Plus, we just had to soak off, so I don't want to really drill into her nail beds that much.
Well, she said, I'm in South Africa, so where can I get your...
You can't. I don't ship internationally, I'm sorry.
My nail shop been so slow. Pedicures.
You want them to be slow on pedicures. It means they're taking time with your feet.
Yeah.
You don't want them rushing with your pedicures.
Oh, from France. Hello.
A lot of internationals in this live. Hey.
I know.
Someone must have shared from an international page or something. Or have a lot. All international people are up at this time.
Everybody.
Sunday.
They alert.
The Lord's Day. Gotta be careful. I have to like excess powder in here.
Fast pedicures is not good. Are you shipping? Oh no. No international shipping. She wanted to know if you were shipping to France.
No. You guys kind of, I don't understand. Like, that's why I always say, like, a lot of European countries are behind on nail products. They don't have stuff like us here in the United States. So you guys are blessed to have all these companies here in the United States, to be honest with you. And
Access,
like
yeah.
South Africa and all those countries, they don't have it. They have like the old school Tammy Taylor stuff still, probably. Nothing wrong with
I
that.
thought it'd been quicker over there on that side because
No. They're way behind in the acrylics. They still stay with the builder gel and stuff.
I can't. That acrylic is not butter.
Hmm.
She said, I can't. That acrylic is not butter.
It's what?
Not butter.
This acrylic is actually not bad. Remember, we're using a nude pigment. Actually moves pretty well. And I don't have to cap it, so. I gotta clean my brush. Very important to feather through. I know I'm gonna have some kind of issues with the brush, but this brush is pretty old, almost 7 months. So I just gotta make sure.
Why don't you ship international?
Because they don't allow you to ship international with some of the stuff, and then also customs will hold it and they can destroy it and they tax you for it. Imagine buying a $35 brush and then customs is like, and paying like $15, $20 shipping. And then customs is like, you have to pay another $60 for this brush to receive it. To pick up the brush. A lot of you guys don't realize about international shipping is that customs can do anything, and it's out of anybody's control. They can just take it and destroy it and say, hey, we don't allow this in here. So you guys got to be careful with international shipping. And depending on certain items, companies that really ship certain items, they know how to do it. But with nail stuff, it's hit or miss. It's happened before, you know. I've had people. I used to ship to UK, and they used to. They held someone's package for a month and a half. Believe that?
She watching from Trinidad.
No, just a quick shaping.
She said especially if they think there are drugs in the package. Yeah.
Yep. They do anything in customs. So there's a reason why people don't ship internationally. It's very dangerous because we can't imagine our post office right now over here in the United States are like it's crazy. Customs are even crazier. Plus they're customs. You don't just call them and hey, complain about your package. Sometimes you gotta bribe them too.
Yeah. It's easier to get it from there here.
Some countries, you know, they have to be bribed. And you're like, oh, no. I did not just say that online.
Don't save the line.
Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding, everybody.
It was a joke.
It's a prank.
One of those Halloween pranks.
It's a prank.
One of those scary movies. They're laughing at you.
So, just make sure I get these shaped nice and crisp.
She said, okay, I understand.
I mean, you guys have ran into that issue before, right? Companies that have like international shipping, they have like the licensing already. They're good with that.
Yeah, to get the customs.
Mm-hmm.
She said the song "Don't Be Suspicious." It just came to mind. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. St. Louis is in here, and it's Trace inspired. St. Lucia.
Shape nice and crisp. Tips are pretty nice. It keeps you ready the length. Gives you pretty much everything you need. I'm actually gonna even out the length a little bit because
It says, so what's the treatest realistic hand?
the ones you can probably work on is the robotic one. Yeah, those are just normal for like that. I honestly think I don't know if I want to tell you guys to invest in the red iguana if you guys want to be drilling into it. You guys want to be ruining it. Most people that use red iguanas have a lot of control over their drill bits, so they won't ruin it as much. But for a lot of beginners, I really don't recommend a red iguana because you guys are gonna wreck it. This is $200. It's like $100-something investment. You can get like any silicone hand. I might have someone in stock on my site, but I don't remember really if I'm sold out of that or not. So if your application wasn't, like, I had struggled with some applications on the sidewalls here. Now you gotta make up with it with some hand filing. But you gotta make sure that shape is crisp though. Like, come on. That's what we're looking for. Crisp ass shape. I kind of measure cuticle to cuticle just to make sure they're all the same length. Cause I put this thing on, I didn't cut any off, but they look pretty good. You have to put the client's finger in front of you just to see that kind of front view to be able to get that. It's crazy how many girls from the islands are like into nails. Like Bahamas, probably like
What you mean?
half
What
the
else is there to do on the island?
I
Tell
don't
me.
know.
What else? Like, you get tired of seeing the same
I feel
people.
like the Bahamas and like the islands and stuff like that, like half the population of the girls that do nails.
No. half of them girls do other things, be fast, be grown. That's what they doing. On the island, you got liquor, you got party, you got a lot of things. A lot of people don't. You know how much makeup costs over there? My cousin literally, she paid like $20 for Starbucks. I wouldn't have.
You said makeup, nah. You said $20.
Makeup, but makeup alone.
You went from
like
makeup to $20 for Starbucks, something like that.
Yeah,
No
but like
correlation.
foundation is like $60. Like who? I would not play. Look, boy. That's why they come here. Well, the ones that could afford just come here, buy it here, and then go back.
I should have some people have P.O. boxes here, and they have it
Yeah, and
shipped.
they just ship from one P.O. box to them
Yeah.
all at once. My Apex isn't coming out. My nails have no curves. Why?
Read my post. I had a post about Apex. Go to my Facebook and read that post. Hopefully that helps you. There's no why.
Like my family
There's
over
always a why.
My family in the Virgin Islands, like
I have a
my
post
grandma.
in a couple of days ago. So go through my timeline. There's a post about Apex and why a lot of people are struggling with it. Hopefully that'll help you.
Yeah, nail products are very expensive. Yeah. You better off having somebody ship it to you. But then, like you say, you still gotta deal with customs. Yeah, that custom charges an arm and a leg for it. They going up on everything. Customs will get you. That $10 item done turn into a $47, $60 item.
You don't really need that big of an apex for even the nail this length, because as long as you're protecting the natural nail base, you're good to go. So it's shorter, the middle shorter. Yes.
You should check your timeline.
It's recent. It was like a couple of days ago. Read it with a grain of salt, because I really tell you the harsh, honest truth, okay? I don't filter when it comes to educating.
If the acrylic stays stuck onto the brush, does that mean the brush
That means there's acrylic in the brush.
hair are cheap of quality?
No, not per se. It could be, but if the acrylic stuck to the hair of the brush, it might have been because you didn't clean it properly the last time you used it, so then acrylic is attaching to acrylic. So, a variety of things could be happening. So this is very long, so I'm gonna do hand filing. It's the best way to even it out. But yes, a non-Kolinsky, basically a synthetic plastic hair brush, will have more product stick to it. Easier. You gotta make sure you clean your brush in between when you're using it. A lot of you guys are just going into the acrylic and just straight up working on it. Like, you gotta clean it, clean the excess off before you go back into the monomer, or you're just gonna have a contaminated monomer. Once that monomer is contaminated with acrylic that you've deposited in there, your brush may be wet and clean, but there's like monomer residue in there, acrylic residue in your brush, and that's where the acrylic would just bond to.
How you file over the cuts?
I'll file over it. It's okay. Because I kind of dig into it already, and I kind of gave it like gashes. Later on, I'll be able to put like red and blood drips and stuff through there. Give it more definition. I might even add some white bone in there. You know.
More UK.
Hmm.
The more people from the UK.
Yeah, UK. This you guys probably what? Evening time right now.
Wrapping up for dinner.
I'm gonna do this matted so it look like I guess flesh, and then I'm gonna do the blood and like shiny. I think that'll look really nice.
She said that the strangest thing happened to me. I was using black acrylic powder and it would not sit whatsoever. I would use less Baltimore and it.
That's because okay, first of all, what brand are you using? What brand are you using?
Let's wait for her to respond.
I know exactly what's gonna happen. Just tell me what brand and what are you using?
Oh Jesus, you're gonna know the ins and outs once you hit the brand.
Come on. Come on, Jennifer. I mean, Julissa Maldonado. You always have to chip the file. Yep, you have to file it.
When clients now is listening to we always okay, she said I was using
Model 1. There you go. So, one thing. Model 1 is a very generic brand. They're just like pretty much a white label brand. And your acrylic you use from them is probably very pigmented. It's probably all pigment. It's not really any acrylic in there. And then you're using Young Nails monomer, which is a slow setting monomer, which is supposed to be for those, that product that you're using requires you to cap. That's why it's not setting. It's gonna stay rubbery all day long until you cap it with clear, okay? Just like Valentino and the Young Nails color pigment powder. It requires you to cap, okay? That's why you're having that issue.
It said when clients nails are lifting, do we always have to chip and lift it?
Yep, you gotta cut it out and clip it out with a nipper so that you can get the piece out of there. If you try to drill it off, it's gonna be very painful or hot. Use the edge of your drill bit to cut around the areas where you see like kind of the lift.
It says people need to understand the difference between color acrylic when there are more acrylics in a jar and pigment.
Yeah, you'll know when there's more pigment. You ever buy a color acrylic and it's like 0.5 or 0.1 ounces, then you know that means it's all pigment. There's no way there's acrylic in there. The pigment doesn't dry. You guys remember that, okay? The acrylic is what dries the product. That's why companies like Wave Gel, Chisel, Not Polish, you know, and some other brands, they mix their acrylic properly, and they mix it the right ratio of acrylic to pigment so that you don't have to cap it. You just gotta do it one time and you're done.
Can you repeat that about why to cap the acrylic now?
Because there's too much pigment. It's all pigment, there's no acrylic in there. That's why a lot of nail techs don't realize that. Some of these companies, they don't sell you acrylic, they sell you pigment powder.
She said she was doing a tip, so she couldn't top it.
Making filing manually look easy and long nails. Yeah. It's not that hard, really. If you get used to the motion of like hand filing, it's actually pretty quick. You use like a whole emery board. I mean, I can use a drill bit for this too, but it just takes a lot longer, to be honest with you.
She said next time maybe add acrylic to it.
Yeah, you have to add clear to it, but let's be honest. If I'm buying a product, I'm not gonna add shit to it. You know, if I'm paying for this, why I gotta do shit to make it work? That's why I don't like it.
Someone said that brand wasn't a good one too.
Model 1 is a very generic brand. It's in like they just buy it overseas and just recap. You know, and there's nothing wrong with that. You can buy raw materials overseas. It's cheaper, perfect, but you gotta really make it work. A lot of people just go with what they sell you. A lot of companies, they'll get that and they'll revamp it. They'll make it better. Or they make it to their liking.
What did you say about slow setting monomers?
They're just running. They're running monomers. They're slow setting for a reason. Keeps the powder from marbling. Because it gives you more time to work with it. Faster setting monomer of the powder and marbles, it kind of dries faster, than you kind of run into an issue.
So I want to try your file.
I'm so glad my wife found a pack of these at home somewhere, because I've been trying to restock these, and I've been using these like generic filers from the nail supply store. It was not doing it for me. It was just too soft. It was like, and it took me forever. If I was using that thing, I'd probably still be filing till tomorrow. So later on, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do blood splatters on these nails, and then I'm gonna do like some of it matted, some of it shiny, like drops. It's gonna be cool. It's like almost like a two-dimensional thing. It's like a simple set, but
Are you sold out for your file?
yeah, these I use 100 by 100. 80 by 80 works great too. If you guys want to use that.
For file code.
I still gotta use my cuticle bit to seal the cuticle in, so I mean, there's still that. And this circular motion gives you the curvature you need for the nail. We got a little bit of curved tip too here.
She said, I'm glad I still have 4 packs.
No, I'm serious. I was struggling when I was out of stock. I bought like a big 20 pack at a nail supply store. It says 100. It was not 100 by 100. Not the one I wanted anyway. My staff is all complaining like, where are your hand filers? I had to reorder them.
She said, hopefully I hear from you soon. I need to visit you in Kansas. Meaning?
Yeah, Kansas City, I'll probably have the location. I have the location, I just gotta confirm it. And it won't be until next year for Kansas City, unfortunately. I'm just booked out for this year.
And, oh my God, next year I have no choice.
Yeah, I'm just so booked out this year of all the classes. Like even my South Carolina classes already posted for January. So KC probably in January. I mean, it goes by fast and you think. We're already almost at the end of October.
Yes.
2 months.
2 more months until this year is over. Can you talk
The next
about
year.
black on color or white ombre?
If you want to do black and white ombre, you better make sure you're mastered powder control as an application. A lot of people want to do black and white ombre. No, it's not. Even for me, it's hard to do a black and white ombre. And I think myself as someone that's mastered ombre. It's not easy, guys. That's one thing I really want to speak up. I spoke up on that one time. If you're a beginner or you haven't successfully mastered your application and your control, your timing, you shouldn't be doing black and white ombre. I see a lot of those posts sometimes when people post, hey, I'm struggling with black and white ombre, and I ask them how long they've been doing nails, because I just started last week. Then you shouldn't be doing black and white ombres.
She says if the lifting is below middle of the apex, would you suggest just soaking off,
What?
removing the nail?
Yeah, they lift that much.
Yeah. I feel like red and black is hard.
Any dark color, neon color, dominant colors blending together is hard. It ain't easy. Okay, almost finished here. Do my cuticle work, buff, and then finish up the design, the blood design.
In 52 minutes, you got this, Joe.
Yes, I told you guys I finished everything under an hour.
You got this, you got this. I started a couple of years ago, and I just started being able to
Avoid. I just started being able to avoid better products.
Oh, I guess you're supposed to say afford.
Afford.
Yeah, afford.
It's not really the product. You can do and use any product. It's just you gotta be able to understand the technique. Technique would trump product any day, guys. Give me the worst product, and I'll still be able to make it work. I mean, considering if I have to use something that I have to cap, oh yeah, I have to cap, but it's all about technique. You know, as a nail tech, we have to understand that we're the ones that actually make the nails, not the product. A lot of nail techs come in this industry and they're very product reliant, which is, don't get me wrong, okay, you need to support the product, but if you need a certain product to do a certain type of nail, and if you don't have it, you can't do it, that's gonna be an issue. Because you're gonna always be dependent on that product and not yourself. But as a nail tech, you should be able to produce anything with any product available to you.
International.
So now we're using my medium sharp bit. This is for my cuticle.
Why are you filing so much?
One, I'm hand. What do you mean? I was hand filing the base of the nail to make sure it's even. It's a long nail, you know. I don't want to use the drill bit because the drill bit's too small. I'm just gonna seal my cuticles in. My glove is shredded. You gotta be careful. A lot of people can seal cuticles. You gotta be able to seal these in. That's when your lips are at, okay? Since I already hand filed the base of my nail, I don't have to worry about that. It's gonna worry about my cuticle area. I'm blending this in. This is a sharp bit, so I'll be able to get that edge right in between the cuticle area and the product there. Oh, I think she meant like, why am I filing too much? Yeah, I hand file so I don't have to do it with a drill bit. It saves me time. A little bit more efficient also. See?
So that makes sense. With the color.
I've tried doing it without the hand filing. And try to use this. Imagine using this to hold a nail. It just makes a lot of work. Because the drill bit's not big enough, so it cuts into it weird.
Would you recommend a safety bit?
Yeah, if you have to use a safety bit and use it, yeah, I recommend it. I have safety bits too, the same version for this in the safety version. If you have to, the thing about cuticle work is technique. So if you have to use a safety bit in the beginning just to work on your technique to get it down, to be able to flush the cuticles, do it. And once you get more comfortable with it, you need to switch over to the sharp one, and then you'll be able to get more crisp precision, and you'll be able to get a little bit deeper into the cuticle area. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that, guys. I used a safety bit for a while too when I first started, so. Actually, no, the safety bit didn't exist when I first started, sorry. They didn't have anything. Safety bit came along later. When we first started doing nails, they gave us all the sharp ass bits and say, hey,
Whatever
good luck.
happens.
Yeah, whatever happens, happens. I just gotta blend it into my apex area and I'll be good.
What speed do you use?
I'm running about like maybe a 10 speed right now. It's that's a good question because a lot of times I see a lot of my students, they run it too slow. If you're using a carbide bit, like a metal bit like this, you have to run it at a certain speed. or else it's gonna have some kind of resistance and it won't have that smoothness you want. So a lot of you guys are asking me questions like, hey, I have a little bit of a something with my you know, the scratch marks and the nail, because it's running too slow and it's metal, and so it's drilling into it not enough. That's all. So there's also a minimum speed we have to run to make sure that the drill bit's actually performing at optimally. Yeah, so all I gotta do is blend into my apex area, because everything else I already did. That's a nice buff, and I'll be able to smooth everything out here.
Would you like to know about your monomer? It's strong, like the one I use to do my nails.
I can't, I wouldn't be able to answer that because I don't know what monomer you use, and I honestly truly can't smell monomer like I used to anymore. So I can't really tell if it's strong. I don't know if a lot of you guys runs that issue too, where you guys truly don't really know. I can't pick up the smell of monomer anymore. I don't know about you guys, but for me, monomer just smells like monomer. I can't tell if it's strong, it's low or high odor, or strong or not. The only reason why I knew that Mia's Secret was strong was because I started getting headaches. So if it wasn't for my headaches, my body telling me, I wouldn't be able to gauge it. I think it's because being around monomer for so long in this nail salon, I'm just immune to it a little bit. Your clients do your nails. Do your nails ever have a line in the natural nails where they grow out? Huh?
On my nail, when I remove it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When your nail growth, when it grows out, it's gonna have that line because that's where
They haven't fallen down yet.
That's where your natural nails is ended.
Thicker.
Yeah, your natural nails is bonded to the nail base, so you have kind of like a shadow. We usually clip the nails down from that point. That's kind of a strange question.
It is. Well, you know, some people are still in beginning stages, so.
It's like a nail growth.
Yeah.
Yeah, that line tells you the nail growth.
That's why I keep mine consistent.
Get these corners in, nice and flush. Actually, you go through really quick with this. You switch to odorless as painting acid because you know why, Jennifer? They take out a key ingredient when they try to make things different. The reason why monomer smells like monomer is because of the ingredient that's in it. If you try to replace it or use something else in it, it's definitely gonna have performance issues. I would never sacrifice that. I mean, I would have to try to figure out how to make it more no better ventilation or something. Maybe some. I've seen this air purifier that someone's used. It has like a Febreze filter. Actually, it's not bad. I would recommend that. A Febreze filter in your air purifier. It's actually made by Febreze, the air purifier. I don't know if anyone guys have used it. I'm gonna Google up.
Oh, the grooves in my nail, on the nail that you did already.
The grooves.
She's talking about the design, the open skin.
Oh, what about it?
She was trying to figure out what it was.
Oh, I cut it with like a X-Acto knife while it was still wet to create like almost like a ripping into the flesh. So later on, I want to do like red designs, like blood designs on it and stuff like that.
She says it's the drill touching the nail, the natural nail. So,
no, you kind of. I'm not putting any pressure on it. So when I'm drilling, I kind of feel like okay, I'm right at the natural nail. So I kind of ease up, and so I'm not drilling into the natural nail, but I'm kind of just hovering over it. but it's actually sealing it. As you can see, start seeing of the natural nail beds when I seal the area where I'm doing it at. That's when you get that nice seal. So when it grows out, it doesn't have any like lips or something that will start to lift and pop off the nail.
She said, so question, would you consider yourself a pro since you've been doing nails for so long? Just wondering.
Who is it? There's a pros and cons, she said.
Oh, pros. No, she didn't say pro cons.
What are you
She
reading?
said pro. Right there, you see. You see?
No, she just says pros and cons.
I don't see no cons on
Question. Oh, I don't see that one.
there. You don't see that one?
Maybe it's older.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Okay.
When you say like, okay, let me define you what nail pro means. Nail pro means that I'm a professional in business. I'm licensed, you know, so I'm a licensed professional. Anybody can be a nail pro. That's normal. If you get a license, I don't care if you're a beginner, you're a nail professional, you're a nail pro. That's why the definition of nail pro, people use pro as in like, oh, how long you been doing nails? It's not true. The length of nails, length of time you do nails, I would say will reflect in your skill. And I feel like to gauge some kind of status in the nail industry, I don't think about how long you've been doing it. I think about what have you contributed to the industry, to be honest with you. I mean, considering I've taught over hundreds of students over 20, 30 states, I consider my mastery level for acrylics is definitely very high. Enough for me to teach people, help people. So, and then pro-wise, if you're to define pro, yeah, I would consider myself a master at acrylics, at least understanding the powder, understanding how it works, enough to pass it down that people can learn easily.
She said I'm looking for a model more that's not strong and get all over my house.
Any monomer is going to do that to you. There's no such thing as a monomer that doesn't have, even if it's not strong, it's still going to go all over your house.
She said, how long have you been doing nails?
15 years.
Yes, I love the air purifier. It helps so much.
I'm going to clean up underneath, see if there's any excess.
Drill bit. Drill bit you use to drill bit. You can buy on your website, please.
Yep. This one is the medium sharp. 5-in-1. And we're about finished here, guys. I'm gonna give a nice buff. Oop. I just want to get any excess off here. Sometimes you get a little bit of powder underneath here. Yeah, so anybody can be a nail pro, to be honest with you. A nail professional, as long as you're licensed.
That makes you.
Huh?
I said that's what makes you different from the.
I think what makes you different is what you've done in this industry. To be honest with you, I feel like a lot of people don't realize that it's easy to be popular or known. What?
She asked, do you know any acrylic that doesn't dry fast? And
Pigmented acrylic.
where can I buy it?
What?
And where can I buy it?
Acrylic that doesn't dry fast?
That was a question. You know anything that dries slow?
It dries slow. You don't want acrylic that dries.
That doesn't dry fast.
The acrylic is not the one that dries fast. It's the monomer you're using. So be careful with that. Acrylic, there's no such thing as a slow setting acrylic or fast setting acrylic. They're all acrylics. Sometimes they're mixed differently, but it's your monomer that's making it dry fast or slow. And it's also your ratio, how much monomer you're using, how big your bead is compared to how much product you have. So I think you have that a little bit opposite. So focus on what the technique. You can use any powder and make it run and make it dry based on how much liquid you're using, okay?
What buffer are you using?
I'm just using a standard 100 by 180 buffer from, this is actually not that great. We ran out of the orange ones. These are just the black ones. You can get them at nail supply stores online. anywhere really. These are very generic tools, guys.
She said, I'm definitely feeling alive.
The what?
She's feeling alive. She's like inside.
Yeah, you gotta realize that the monomer is the main culprit for anything running slow, fast, or curing, or drying. Not the acrylic. All acrylic are the same. They may be mixed more pigmented, less pigmented.
She said your poor glove, right?
My poor glove, yes. This is one of the biggest things when you're doing long nails, okay? The hand filing, the glove, it gets tore up. But I change my gloves when I do my designs anyway. So, you know, just, it's okay. Like, this is like the apex you want for like a full extendo nail. Just a transition to from the cuticle all out. You know, if it breaks right here. See?
He said it's the monomer, not the acrylic. Explain that. It says, what is the acrylic that doesn't dry fast?
I think she's just re-asking the question because
Yeah.
I didn't answer.
Nail pros still don't do it right. Oh, Jesus.
I would never angle that drill deep because the ring of fire. I guarantee you none of my clients have a ring of fire. If you're angling it deep and you're putting pressure, yes, it's gonna drill into it, but I'm angling it to get my edge of my drill bit in there. And if I don't put any pressure on it, it won't drill into it. Yes, I have many experience, so you don't have to worry about that. Hey, this is you can go to my net@shop.com. This is the medium 5-in-1 cross cut. Wow, that's someone critique my work. Let's put some gloves on. Yes, that makes sense because she asked why I was filing so much. I think it was the same person, right? Yeah, it's the same person. Yeah, Ring of Fire definitely back in the day. A lot of people were using the step pedal drill, which is a lot stronger. So they actually put a lot of pressure in that. Creates a ring around the cuticle area because they dig too deep. But nowadays we have these nice handy machines that we can control the power. And if we have the right technique, we shouldn't have any issues with that. Let me get some red polish real quick. Anna!
Yeah, the step. I went to a shop and I seen that. She had this.
Yeah, the step one is just it's strong. Lấy cái lấy cái sơ màu đỏ OPI red gì mà.
Okay.
And lấy cái brush cho mượn cái này mà. Lấy cái the OPI red.
How long would you say your bits last?
A year.
This.
I'll be honest with you, I don't really use the bit a lot. As you guys can see, the bits aren't really used that much, right? Because I'm literally just using it like minimally, only the cuticle. I don't use the when I do long nails to break down.
What you're saying about the nail line.
What?
I
Is that the
was
same
saying-
person?
Yeah, they were saying that she was trying
You
to argue
started
about.
with the first Thuc Love set and there was no rings. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't have to argue because you guys have seen me do hundreds and thousands of sets on live, so.
Oh, it's my hands. I don't think. The only time, like when I
People
grow
are
out
entitled
long.
to their opinion.
Yeah. No,
But it does happen.
it does. It does.
If you're not careful, it does happen. You just gotta know what you're doing.
But now, if you do that, you damaging my nail that didn't even have life yet. Mm-mm.
Alright.
Thank you.
Jesus. Another thing.
Lấy gì nữa không?
No. Oh, lấy cái brush mà.
Ồ, red hả?
No, được rồi. Lấy cái brush mà dùng mà clean tool á. Cái brush mà nhỏ mà dùng cho chân á, chà chân á.
À, trời chân đâu.
So, I'm do blood splatter. Oh, zoom out. I do blood splatter and I do the drip in here. I'm actually gonna mat it first.
He said, we're gonna have Lisa say, I love how chill you are. You guys are.
I don't know how. I mean, I'm chill. Like, you know, everybody's entitled to their opinion, but like,
Hey,
you're not gonna tell me how I do my job. I gotta defend myself at least.
he's been doing my nails now for over 3 years.
Yeah.
Over 3 years, yes. This is like, look, trust me, I get where you're coming from nails, but if he wasn't good at what he was doing,
Cái này không?
I wouldn't still be a
No.
client.
Cái nào chà chân, cứ rớt chà chân. Để hỏi chị này.
Can brush that?
Bên đây, cứ rớt là cái gì?
They say, you know what you're doing. What if
Giống như cái mà màu cam, màu đỏ, màu xanh á, mà chị dùng để mà chị clean mấy cái đồ
she said,
cái bồn á.
Chà chân á.
she says,
Bằng chải á.
what if you use the Kiss acrylic?
This acrylic is not acrylic, y'all. Guys, stop. Why you guys stop with that?
Yeah.
Ooh, actually no, I don't want to put those on that one. Hold on.
You forgot this too.
No. I forgot. I'm doing 2 layers of blood, guys. Yes, Anna. Yes, that's what I need. So I'm doing 2 layers of blood, actually. Get one of these, okay? It's gonna get a little messy.
You're up.
I'm gonna put this away real quick, though, when I do this. Get some red polish. Big Apple Red is very nice red polish. This is red enough?
It's semi-red.
No, I need the other one. The other one is more red. You're gonna get those nice splatters without using that straw. And
This is just order your online and children can tell.
Big Apple Red. This is red enough. Did I use Big Apple Red or use the other one?
You use this one for some. It says what color is the acrylic you used.
Let me see. It was wave gels.
How long would your bits last?
My bits last pretty long. I haven't changed bits.
Add accent tones and make
Hey, see that?
and runny.
Add acetone makes it nice and runny? Oh, I didn't know that.
What brand?
I don't want it running. I want it kind of like, I want it splattering. Actually touching my hand.
The crime scene.
Yeah. You kind of, I recommend use like a toothbrush. So a brush with like more bristles that are closer together. Be nice too. So I'm gonna do this first, and then later I'm gonna do like it matted, and then I'm gonna do the drips in like. Actually, not bad. Remember, I'm doing 2 layers of blood, so some Dexter shit. Okay, so that's the first sequence of blood. See how natural it looks?
Make sure the timer.
out of this job. So yeah, a toothbrush to work because the toothbrush, the bristles are closer together. These bristles are actually too far apart, so it doesn't really give me. I have to do a lot more. So definitely gotta throw this shit away. So I definitely have it. Ooh, that looks good.
You say Dexter with the knife.
You don't stay down.
This is so messy, but come on, you can't argue. You can't deny the forensics, the ability. This.
Taking a little bit of acetone and just touch it. Someone is.
Yeah, I'm too lazy now. I'm almost done. I'm almost done. There you go. I'm finished.
Someone is trolling hard today.
Huh?
He said someone was trolling hard today.
Are they still arguing over that?
I get. Listen, we moved past it.
For what? The
Yeah, the nail.
drilling of the nail?
Yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't think you guys are still talking about that.
Yeah.
There's some people that, to be honest, there's actually people that have never used drill bits before, guys. There are nail techs in this industry that they haven't used drill bits before, so that's actually very normal for them. So now I'm gonna mat this. Do I want to mat this?
We was gonna do matte and then do top accent with
It
clear.
looks so good.
Remember 3D.
Yeah, let's mat it.
I said, y'all baby. You do a good job. Keep going.
There's just nail techs that don't believe in the drill, so it's normal. Because in school they don't teach you how to use a drill. They just everything by hand. But like nowadays in this industry, come on, we have to keep up with all the tools and stuff. Okay, go ahead.
They going back and forth. Guys, how y'all Sunday doing?
Yeah, just chill, guys.
Yeah, how's
We're
the
just here to
Sunday?
watch some nails on a Sunday. Don't argue in
Getting
here.
ready for Halloween. It's a Halloween set. Okay.
Yes. The school I went to taught with drills. Well, they shouldn't have, because if you went to nail school and you know that at your state board test they don't allow you to do drills, so they shouldn't have taught you how to use drills. That'd be against the regulations, so that'd be on the school itself. But I'm not here to argue your expertise or your opinion. You're entitled to your opinion.
And every state is different.
Not every state is different. Every state is the same. You're not allowed to use a drill at your test for a reason.
Safety
So they shouldn't have taught you how to use a drill. It's the Lord's Day, y'all. Forgive, okay?
Pasta? What kind of pasta?
Shoot. Let's talk about that pasta. What were you doing with this pasta here?
That we trying to figure out.
I didn't know people in the UK ate pasta.
I didn't think they did either. I thought they looked down at us eating pasta. What is this doing?
And I don't think anybody's arguing. I didn't even know you guys was even arguing. So now we have this kind of matted, like, blood look. So I'm gonna get my palette out. I'm gonna get myself
They keep doing your amazing work.
some red here. Oh, trust me, I'm not all about the drama. I know. I just don't want people to be arguing here
Pasta with cheese
because
and
some of my
Ooh.
my supporters, they're really crazy, so I don't want people to get picked on in here.
It says broccoli, cheese with broccoli sauce. Like an Alfredo. Mine is going to be regular on 5 pounds to 2 inches in.
Let's give some more definition on these drips here. Y'all behave now, okay? Now that has spoken. We just here to watch nails. Some Halloween designs, okay? Okay.
We love pasta in the UK.
Really?
I didn't
It's
think
just
so.
I never see like UK associated
Hosting
with pasta.
like bread, toast, tea.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just us being.
I guess what the, yeah.
Maybe this
what they
is
put on TV
just
first.
Americans being ignorant.
Yeah.
Cause
we're
I don't
ignorant.
see Gordon Ramsay eating a lot of pasta and all that stuff. Ooh, look at that, guys. Isn't that nice?
He said, this will say, and for dinner it's gonna be turkey,
Turkey.
breast, macaroni and cheese, greens, cornbread. Oh, you ready for Thanksgiving before Thanksgiving?
Do you guys celebrate Thanksgiving in England? In UK?
Are you putting clear on your?
Yes. Yeah, I'm putting it clear on the drips. Look at that. She know.
Let's see your face. Go. You ready to go? Let's go. Let's go.
Well, the question is, do y'all use red sauce? No, white sauce, red sauce.
Why are we talking about UK like they're like some backwater country, like they don't know what pasta is?
They know what
We
pasta is.
apologize over here.
We do apologize on our lack of knowledge in that area.
So yes, everything is matted. I'm gonna do just clear on top of this blood drips, and where all these like crease marks are. Ooh, yeah, that's nice. Y'all making me hungry.
They don't have Thanksgiving in the UK. They don't have Thanksgiving in the UK.
Probably not, because that's more like a colonial thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys did lose that war.
Pasta is life.
Yeah, y'all saying pasta's life. Some of y'all probably could use less carbs, okay? Me included.
Oh, that's why I don't even eat pasta every week. No.
So I kind of just do right where the cut marks are. And it doesn't have to be the same amount of drip for every.
You say, why y'all making me hungry?
I'm hungry too.
CSI crime scene. You already know. I can't get my nail lady to do shit like this.
Well, man, I don't know. Shorter video. Hey, can you do this? Here's a video how to do it. And you didn't cure the other hand?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. All right. So now we're gonna put clear over just the blood and keep everything else matted. Okay? Because this is nice and cute already. It's just I want to put clear over it. I really recommend you guys use a very nice medium thickness clear. My top coat is actually like a medium thickness. See that? Where it's not gonna run all over the place. Because if you use a kind of a really thin clear, it's just gonna not give you that look, okay? So I'm gonna put the clear on here.
You said I tried. You just gotta find a nail tech that's willing to.
Yeah, see how the clear just kind of balled up like that? You want that. You don't want it to be drippy, because you want to kind of lace. You kind of want to lace these blood drips right here with clear. See that? Just drop right there. Give it that big bubble look. Drag through. You're trying to protect the red. Also give it like a 3D dimension. Just drop it right here. See it? I drop big drop right here. You know, it should stay. Look, you guys see that? That clear, just stay like a bubble. Kind of gives it like a 3D look. Then you use the excess just to drag through with the brush wherever you did the red. And I'm gonna cure it right away because I don't want it to run.
You said you gotta find me another one for the next holiday.
Jeez, man. Tough world out there for nail techs.
Yeah.
We're getting replaced for the holidays.
Well, they don't do designs. Her lady doesn't do any designs. She wants some design. I think that's understandable.
Just work slow on this part, guys. You get a lot of people try to rush this part and it gets really gloppy and not the way they want it. We're just trying to protect just that clear red we have here. So now if you look at the nail. Has the clear protected second dimension. You can also use builder gel for this too.
She said all I want was some ghost trees and a jacket skeleton.
A what?
A skeleton.
A skeleton?
She said she wasn't asking for too much.
Some people just don't do it. But think of it this way. At least she turned you down. Some people will do it and they don't know how to do it and give you crap work. So yeah, I mean, respect the fact that she actually is honest. Because people are just up at the hustle though. So now I have my blood drips in clear, everything else in the background in matte. I did this one already. And that's the set, y'all. Some cuticle oil.
And we're done, guys. A little bloody. She said maybe she don't know how to draw. And that's true.
Not everybody knows to draw. I don't know how to draw either. It took me a while to practice to get this here. Some areas, some salons, they don't do a lot of that stuff. So they really don't have to focus on it. And we're done. Switch. Hit up with some cuticle oil. Not have to do nothing fancy too much. This set can be refilled with the same nude and then do a redesign if she desired. Low-key, this was a fun set. I mean, just
Yeah, we're fun.
long, just very simple design. Get you ready for Halloween. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna leave it like that. There you guys go. Hope you guys enjoy this set. It's actually pretty fun. Thank you guys. See you guys later. Hopefully. I'll be covering the Orlando premiere. Look at the shape though. So nice. So nice. structure, shape. Okay, guys, I'll see you guys later. Thank you. This taco I do sell. Yes, my top and my mat, both of these I sell. My taco is a little bit more medium, so it's actually very thin. A thin coat would actually do.
You home?
All right, I'll see you guys later. Bye.
You back